Yeah, so uh excuse me if I sound sick, but like besides already having flu and sore throat, right, while I was doing like the shuffling of this, like I cried like a baby. So and it's not like a bad kind of cry, it's like those sigh of relief, like when you hold in everything and then someone just comes and give you a big warm hug and like you just let go. That's the feeling I got just now. So yeah, so while I was shuffling, before all of this, the death card popped out, which resonates because I really feel like May is a month of growth and changes, and like as soon as May enters, right, I just sense this difference, like a shift is coming. So I hope that it's gonna be a great change for all of you. And okay, so this is my intention for this is actually just the coming weekend, the first weekend of May. So weekend includes like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the main theme of this weekend, I love it so much because from the warm feeling that I got just now, right, this really resonates a lot. Like happy ending, happy family, happy, just happy everything, like gathering, like hanging out with those you love, and like just those happy vibes. Okay, so let's see the cards. Nice. Okay, yeah, this is one of my feelings that I received earlier on about having so much things, like the burdens that you carry, and like the heaviness in your heart is just being let go. Like this month I believe that sorry, this weekend I believe that um you'll be able to control your emotions. You will learn how to control your emotions and like see things in clearer perspective, in a different fresh mindset, and like be able to put down the burdens one by one. How I like to interpret this card as if the you or whoever is have to learn to put down the burdens. Like see the swords here and the swords here, so it's like putting down. So I feel like previously, if you were not looking to balance out your emotions, I believe that in the month of May, especially this coming weekend, you realize there will be a sudden realization that make you think, you have to do this. There's you have to settle this. You have to um really clean up your life now. You have to purge up your life, and like I believe like your guts will no longer be very high up, and like you won't feel this sense of war or like on guard, but more like you will feel more relief in a sense, because I believe that when it came out this way, right, it's as if that all your troubles, all your personal like thoughts and like burdens is like released. That's what I'm getting from this whole vibe of the cards that popped up. So it's like you no longer have to like fight with yourself, be in war with yourself, or like be in doubt with yourself. You know, having to like always be that perfection, or like always be the you that everyone else portray. I believe that you'll be able to control and like learn yourself, learn about you more, and like learn about your emotions more, to be able to like be the master of your emotions. So I believe that this weekend will come this sudden realization that things have to change, and it's gonna come anyway, because 4 months have passed, and like if there's still certain things that we are not ready to let go, but like we had the intention of letting it go like way back, but like we still don't do it, like there's no push to it. So I believe this weekend, the first weekend of May, is gonna like propel us into this sort of motion, whereby we will be taking this first step into putting down all of these past burdens, past traumas, past troubles that we have to let go, and stop thinking about it any longer. Because once we really settle this, right, the main theme for May, one of it is this happy ending, like this just joyous and joyful feeling, and like having people around you that relates like your tribe, and it's not those like toxic environment, or like toxic people that just hurts you. Because I feel like May, once you get rid of all these like troubles and like traumas, cut off everything and be in control of your emotions, and like don't be so caught up in like all this like mental torture, or like overthinking, or like just being so gut up. I believe that we will be able to overcome this fear of the unknown and like handle things better and look at things in a fresher perspective. And what comes after this is the hermit, which I believe that most of us have been in the hermit like mid to the last week of April or even longer, but I believe you are ready now. You are ready to propel forward and enter the new phase of your life. That's what I feel from this reading that popped up. And okay, so I will do a one hand shuffle to see which card I want to pick out from my fairies deck. So I will just throw the cards around and see which card my hands want to pick. Okay, this is slightly different because I'm always trying new ways to see like how the fairies, the angels want to communicate with me, want to like okay, yes, like I mentioned, emotional healing. Is there any more messages that I'm supposed to pick out? Let me see if there's any more resonance to this weekend at least, or in general in the theme of May. Okay, spend more time outside. Don't be too caught up in your room, staying up all night, overthinking all those negativity. You need to connect more with the nature to go back to earth and like feel more grounded. That's what I feel from it being asking you to connect with nature, because not necessarily that you have to go out in the park every day or like, you know, the flower garden, whatever, but like I feel like the nature, it means like more like connecting with earth, and that earth is being grounded, so you need to be more grounded, and it will happen once you successfully heal your emotions as you go along. So once you really get rid of the old like wounds, right, new blessings and love will come in along your life, so you have to believe in that. Yep. Okay, let's see if there's any more. If not, I will end it off with the usual pendulum game. So any more cards that I'm supposed to see? Oh, there's too much. Okay, just one more. Okay, a bit too much though. For this kind, usually I prefer one solid flip, because if there's no more, then it's fine. Okay, if there's no more, I will just collect it back and see if there's any like overall theme that the fairies deck would like to tell us. So I'll just collect this randomly and see what comes up. I'm always trying new methods, new ways, because change is the only thing that doesn't change. Change is the only constant. So I believe that if we try out new things, like we will have better and fresher mindset, and like we will feel more open, in the sense that we are not always susceptible, or like, we're not always using the same few methods, because sometimes the same old method might run out of like juice and like it doesn't work anymore. So it's always good to be adaptable to change. Okay, how do I want to arrange the last week cards? Is there anyone that I want to put on the bottom? I'll put that one on the bottom. Okay, so let's see if there's any main theme from this fairies deck. Sorry for the shakiness again. Okay, find your inner child. I believe that children is always like you know, sometimes children can be more mature than us adults. Like they are adventurous, a little bit more fearless than us, and like dare to take risks and like they are just very pure being. Like I feel like if we connect with our inner child, like we will be able to overcome and ground ourselves. Like don't be too caught up in like growing and like being an adult. So yeah, I believe this is the main message for this weekend, and take it easy so that we don't get too stressed, and so that we can put down our burdens. Okay, so this is the overall